Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason, as always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack Partridge.
It's been a minute.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
I had to go deer hunting again this year.
Did you forget your ammo?
Nope, I did not forget my.
In your pocket?
I did not forget my ammo.
Did you shoot anything?
No. My son did. My son got his first deer.
Way to go!
He was stoked. So we brought back a little venison. You guys like venison?
Yeah. Why didn't I get any?
You should have grabbed some Saturday,
dude. Thanks.
I'll bring some up next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want some. I want some deer meat.
My sister makes a bomb like chili. And a little goulash too.
Goulash.
When's the last time you had goulash?
Probably never.
Really,
sir?
It's just meat and like noodles. Must be a Midwest thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's good. It's bomb. It's kind of nice to be back. Feels like we haven't done one of these in 2 weeks.
Well, we haven't, sir.
Because I've been driving. So I drove back to Michigan 4 days. Wait, funny story. Okay, funny story from my trip.
Here we go. Funny story time.
So I stopped in, my son and I, we stopped in somewhere in BFE, Nebraska. It's like 100 mile an hour per hour winds. And we go to this Arby's at this truck stop and order food. Well, this old lady gets up and trips and falls. And I'm like,
I'm not laughing.
I beeline to her before she even hits it. So she falls back. I'm like grabbing her, asking her if she's okay. She's with her husband, right? You think her husband got up?
He should have.
No, he didn't even flinch. He was sitting there like this. There's me and two other guys.
Did he see it?
He was looking right at it. It was in his view and my view like this. His view. I didn't even see him flinch. He's just eating.
It's like you know, like the old Bill Cosby thing where it's like, you know, he just, I don't know.
Sheree said, "Is that how we're gonna get?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you keep driving me freaking crazy." Yeah.
Wow, you called Sheree out on the podcast, huh? Wow.
No, I couldn't believe that.
You know, Hillary's texted Sheree already.
I'm talking about you right now.
Because I would never do that.
No, you want to know why I'm going to do that? Because she signed me up for a freaking 5K run on Thanksgiving morning.
Good for you.
No, it's not good for me. No.
Hey, go work out, personal trainer.
I do work out.
Burn those calories.
I do work out, but Thanksgiving morning, I want to sleep in, man. I want to sleep in.
Why? So we can sleep past the Lions losing again? Who do they play this year?
Chicago.
Oh, gosh.
So we're going to
lose to Justin Fields.
We're going to be 0-10. Hey. He's out, I think. I think he got hurt.
Because we got Dalton. What if we win on Thanksgiving? Time out. No. Oh.
3.5. We're getting 3.5. We're getting 3.5.
All right.
So if you're a betting man.
Okay. So the Lions, in their last 2 weeks, aren't 0-2. We're 0-1-1. And we only lost our game to the Browns by 3.
So we're not going to be the first 0-17 team in NFL history.
No, we're not. We might be 0-16-1 again.
It's fine. I'll take it. As long as we're not 0-17.
No, you know what? You ready?
What?
You ready? I'm saying it right now. Lions are winning this week. Lions are beating the Bears.
What?
Yep.
You're going out on a limb on this one.
Lions are, this is the week.
Wow.
This is the week.
Wow.
I like it.
Straight up.
Dalton,
no
straight
points.
Up. I don't need points.
What if Dalton comes out firing?
The Red Rifle?
Yeah.
He hasn't been the Red Rifle since the days of the Bengals.
Dude, that's scary.
The Bengals or the Bears absolutely crapped the bed this week against the Ravens.
I took them as
they lost too. They lost to Huntley, who wasn't even a good quarterback at the University of Utah.
How about the Utes this weekend? Woo!
Put the smack
down on Oregon. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
No, we didn't.
I'll take it. We're watching Davey Grant and Giannis. I missed the fights again.
But
I feel like I got so much to catch up on.
So we do have a lot to catch up on. So first and foremost, you brought it up earlier. What are the percentages that Jorge faked an injury to get out of the Leon Edwards?
150%.
Now, why? Because he's afraid of Leon Edwards? No. Because he just wants to move right onto the Colby.
He's a smart man. Yeah, he's a smart man. He's gonna get a nice fat paycheck. I'm sure he would have gotten paid because if he's probably the A side with Edwards, right? He's the A side.
A side everywhere. Who is he not the A side against?
Yeah.
Nobody.
So it's either fight Leon Edwards, and if he wins,
then what?
Nothing. He's still not going to get title shot, in my opinion. And if he loses, now he's becoming more irrelevant, right?
He needs a win.
He needs a win. Or he takes a huge payday and just fights Colby Covington and just keeps doing his bare knuckle MMA stuff.
Is Jorge about done?
I think he is. Fuck.
There we go. We're back.
We're back. Sorry. Little internet malfunction.
Woo! Sorry about that.
Okay.
Really, no comments from anybody today, huh?
Yeah. Where's Jackson at? Jackson, where are you at? How come you're not listening? Who's listening?
It's Hillary.
It's either Hillary or Jackson. Yeah, I can't get on. Well, I won't be able to see if you're commenting because I can't get on the internet.
Here, give me your laptop.
No, it's fine. We can keep talking about Jorge. It's not even popping up.
No, I hopped on another one, the Xfinity Wi-Fi. That bottom one. Very bottom. It's just open. Anyways, so the welterweight division's getting kind of wild. What do you think about Chemive and Burns?
I like
Is
it.
that the one that makes sense the most?
Yeah. Do it. Sign it up.
Does Burns cause any issues for Chemive anywhere?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Nothing to be concerned about?
No.
Jiu-jitsu?
What
if Burns submits Chemive?
I am.
We'd have to put him to sleep.
I'm always one of those ones that I'm a little late on jumping on the wagon, and I wasn't.
You got to remember, I was all over Chemive,
and I wasn't. I wasn't. I was pumping the brakes. I'm not pumping him anymore. I'm not pumping him.
Did you watch his wrestling match with Jack Hermanson?
Yeah.
He blanked Jack Hermanson in wrestling.
He ragdolled him.
Jack's a big 185er, and he's a welterweight.
Dude, that's impressive. He's impressive. I like it. Him and Burns. I didn't like him and Colby. I didn't like that one. Chemive and not Colby. Jorge. That was
because yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But Burns and Chemive is legit. That's a good one.
So, what do you think about Michael Chandler calling out Conor McGregor?
I think it's great. I think he should.
If you're Conor, is that the fight that you take? Because is that a winnable fight for Conor at all?
I think it's a winnable fight for him.
So, stylistically, out of those guys in that top five, that's the one. If I'm Conor, that I'm probably trying to get. You're bigger, you're longer, you're a better striker.
I don't see Chandler getting it. That's a very winnable fight for Conor. That's probably the most winnable fight on that.
Out of all those guys.
Out of all those guys at 155. I don't see, and I like Chandler. I love what he brings. Love his energy. I love the Gaethje fight. But yeah, I think he takes another L with McGregor.
Do you think Conor beats Michael Chandler?
I think he could. I think he has
really?
I think he has a good chance. Let's just put it that way. I won't go out on that far on the limb. What else?
You really think that?
How does he beat him?
Wrestles him to death.
He's got to get him down. I think Conor can fight. If he stays long, I think he can stay on his feet, and he catches him. I think you'd see something similar to like Eddie Alvarez or.
That was Conor. That was Pete Conor. What, like 6 years ago? 5 years ago?
Striking's still pretty sharp. I mean,
do you think Conor has a chance at another rise?
No. I'm not saying that.
Do you think Michael Chandler's an elite lightweight?
Where's Chandler at? Let's look him up. He's ranked 5. I don't see him cracking. He's not making it any higher than 5.
Okay.
He's not beating anybody in the top 5, and
Conor's 9 now.
I mean, I could see him being above everybody else that's on here.
The only people that I think
maybe Dos Anjos.
The only people that I think Conor can beat in the ranked 155 is somebody like Tony Ferguson, who's on the downside too.
Why are you dogging on Tony?
You stop it. You know I love Tony.
I know.
I love Tony, but I think he's done, and I think Conor's just done.
Did you see him trolling Khabib with the elbow thing? Did you see that picture with Khabib? I forget who it is, but he photoshopped it. It looks like Khabib's face is all messed up, and it's got him throwing an elbow, and it's like, dude.
Oh, time out. We forgot the biggest news story.
What?
I sent you a clip of Dana talking about Hasbulla
and Abdul.
He said that there's not a 0% chance that we don't see those two fight in a UFC cage.
Jackson.
How does that get sanctioned?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
Do you what would the pay-per-view numbers do with a pay-per-view card opening up with Hasbulla versus? I mean, is that when we get Jake Paul into the UFC as well?
Well, could you do like a midget wrestling?
You can't say that, Jason. You can't say that. They're little people.
Is that what they call them?
I don't know.
I'm trying to log in on my computer here so I can see comments. Dude, I like it. 056.
Oh, now Jackson says now he's leaving.
He's leaving. He's out.
Oh, here we go. Jackson's there. Yeah, see, it's been Jackson. Okay, Jackson. Over under. What are the odds? Is Hasbulla minus 150?
You got to get him on. I don't know. The other guy looks a little bit tougher.
I think Hasbulla loses.
I think Hasbulla loses too. I don't know. I think the other guy's a little more.
Because, Hasbulla, he gets a lot of good sucker punches in, but if it's an actual fight, I don't know if those sucker punches land the same.
I don't know either. Hasbulla. Come on, Jackson.
We're good. Jackson, it's all good, dog. Jackson.
But yeah, man, I don't want to see Conor Poirier again. I don't want to see that.
No, we don't need to see it for a fourth time.
I want to see in this thing. I want to see Islam and Beneil. Is what I want to see.
Islam versus Benny or Islam versus Gaethje is super interesting to me, but it sounds like Gaethje's gonna wait for the winner.
He should. He's peaking right now.
He's
peaking, isn't he?
Oh my gosh, Davey Grant's face. So we know now too that Dana always recommends don't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Esparza is waiting for her title shot. He said, "Don't do it. We'll find something else." Vicente Luque or other people are saying, "I'll wait." Leon Edwards, "I'll wait."
I think that people, if you're relevant, you can wait. If you're not relevant, you better not be waiting.
Is Carla Esparza relevant?
Unfortunately, no.
Is Leon Edwards relevant?
No, unfortunately, he's not.
Is Justin Gaethje relevant?
Justin Gaethje is relevant. Justin Gaethje.
I think that's actually probably the best answer I've heard.
Who puts butts in the seats?
Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje puts the butts in the seats. So if Justin Gaethje wants to wait, 6 months? What's he gonna have to wait after Poirier? And they run it back in April May-ish time frame?
April, May, considering well, I guess it depends on how much damage the winner takes.
Yeah.
Because no matter who wins that fight, Poirier Gaethje 2 is huge. And then Oliveira Gaethje. You know what's kind of crazy still?
What?
Well, I don't feel like Oliveira gets the respect he deserves for being the king of 155.
Poirier's giving him respect. Did you see that tweet?
We should.
He's like,
he's good.
Yeah, he's
so good.
I'm torn in that fight because I love both those guys. I've been high.
I love both of them.
Poirier's been looking good. He's on a mission.
And so you have. Oh, and we missed it because you were gone.
Yeah.
Because you decided to take a vacation and abandon the podcast. I didn't abandon you guys. He did. A very important fighter fought last weekend and 2 weekends ago, Max Holloway, who they asked what's next. And he didn't seem like the Volk fight was next for him. He said he's always on the short list for Conor to run that back with him. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of would enjoy that. I think he kills him, but I would enjoy that.
I don't think Conor's making 145.
No, at 155. Max would go up to 155.
Okay.
And they'd run it back again. Connor's not going back to 145.
Okay.
Right? And then 2 is he said, Max holds a win over Oliveira at 145.
Yeah.
If Oliveira beats Poirier and Justin Gaethje decides to wait and Conor and Dana says he doesn't like that, what if Dana goes, all right, Max, come on up and you guys can do Oliveira and Holloway too for the 155 title. And then if Max wins, he's sitting there going, he's like, forget Volk. I got to be the 155 king, and then I have a whole new list of guys to fight. Because let's be honest, what is there really for him at 145 now besides Volk? Nothing. He dismantled.
Gige.
Oh, don't give me that. He dismantles Yair.
You think
he dismantles Brian Ortega? He's dismantled Cater.
Gige's coming. Who's Gige's fight? Who's he fight next? He's got a.
Isn't it Cater?
He's beating Cater.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Positive?
I'm all in.
Positive.
I'm not positive. I'm more than 50% positive. How about that?
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know about that, dog.
Dude, best striker in the UFC.
Stop it.
Let's talk. This is just a rant session podcast.
You stop it right now.
Do you think Max is one of the best boxers in the UFC?
No. I love him, but he's not. Good post in the group, right?
Yeah, somebody posted that.
DC and Ryan Clark posted their best boxers, and they both had Max Holloway on there, and neither of them have Dustin Poirier on there, and Dustin Poirier outboxed Max.
I know.
For 5 rounds.
I see why people like Max because he's such a volume fighter.
Because as he's piecing up Calvin Kattar, he goes, I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby. As he's slipping punches. In that moment forever, everybody's like, oh, he's one of the best boxers of all time.
But the best boxer shouldn't have the most significant strikes landed on them either, right?
But he also...
he has the most, but he's got the most significant strikes, and he's had the most significant strikes landed on him. That's an interesting statistic, isn't it?
But it's never been dropped.
That's crazy.
That's the other crazy thing. Look at everybody
that
he's
is crazy.
fought, and he's never been dropped.
He's
Conor,
Hawaiian.
Dustin Poirier, all those guys never been dropped.
Yeah, that is crazy. Gige's fighting Calvin Kattar next.
Yeah. That might be a fun one.
What else we got?
No, who do you think the best boxers in the UFC are? Who's your top boxers in the UFC?
Can we just do current, who's fighting right now? Because I don't like going all the way back because there's too many. I forget people.
Yeah, me too.
Like currently, right now, you got to put
Calvin Kattar's in there.
Jan in there.
Yeah,
I got Jan's.
Peter Yan, absolutely.
Peter Jan's probably number one for me. I mean, right off the top end.
Don't you think Nate Diaz would? I'm talking about guys that could go over to boxing and box.
Diaz could probably go over and box. I could see that. I think he gets pieced up.
He was in Andre Ward's fight camps for him. Anytime Andre Ward was fighting a big south, a long lefty, Nate was one of his main partners.
I'll give you that.
Nate's a legit boxer.
I'll give you that one.
So by MMA math or whatever, then don't you have to say Jorge Masvidal because he pieced up Nate?
Jorge's up there. I'm looking at
Brandon Moreno, his boxing.
Volkanovski.
How can you not put Volk in there?
Usman, the way his stand-up's been pretty freaking good.
No.
Okay.
I'm not putting Usman in there yet.
Izzy.
His is more kickboxing.
Okay.
Are we talking strikers or overall boxing?
I guess you'd have to
take away.
Because
if you take away kicks,
we'd have to say striking because it's MMA.
Then it's Izzy. Izzy's number one.
Okay, Izzy's number one.
Izzy is, or it's Alex Pereira.
Oh yeah. Izzy's number one. We're both over here coughing. We got the vid. No, we don't have the vid.
No vid.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ranks here, so I'm trying to see. So I don't have anybody in the light heavyweight as the best striker. I wouldn't call them a striker. Izzy for sure. Anybody in welterweight? You're not putting Usman in that category.
No.
Edwards?
I'd put Stephen Thompson.
You wouldn't put Edwards in there?
He's solid, but he doesn't do anything spectacular for me.
Okay.
He's just solid everywhere.
What about lightweight? Now, you got a lot of guys in lightweight.
But you just skip over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson?
Yeah, Stephen Wonderboy, you got to put him in there.
Jorge. Skill for skill, Jorge's still one of the best strikers, right?
Yes. The lightweight division might have the most. That Rafael Fiziev,
Yeah.
Who else we got in there?
Conor. He's still in there.
We're gonna put Gaethje in there.
No, because you want to talk about a guy who gets hit a bunch.
Poirier. We're putting Poirier in there.
I'm putting Poirier in there. Okay. Absolutely, I'm putting Poirier in there.
And then we go to featherweight.
I think that's where you actually have the most depth of strikers.
Because you can go Max.
You can go Volk, Max. Ortega was phenomenal.
Yair looked good.
Yair's incredible. Korean Zombie, Cater. Arnold Allen's really good.
Gige.
Your boy Gige. Edson Barbosa.
What about bantamweight? Jan?
You got Jan, TJ.
Font, Rob Font.
TJ's right there.
TJ's one that I think.
Rob Font, phenomenal boxing.
Cody Garbrandt?
Boxing? Dude, I still think he has the fastest hands in the UFC. Adrian Yanez's ear.
That's crazy. Very interesting. How about, did you watch the Crawford and Sean Porter?
Yeah.
I want to see Crawford and Earl Spence. That's my fight.
That was supposed to happen earlier this year, right?
No, they've been talking about it. They have nothing in the works yet. But they got to do that now. They can't drag that one out. Like, let those two guys fight. I used to probably lean a little more Earl Spence, probably because I hadn't watched enough of Crawford, but watching Crawford.
He's incredible. Dude, combinations.
The announcers the whole time were all over Porter. And Cherie's like, he's doing good. And I'm like, every time he comes in, he's getting countered. Every time.
And not with just one.
I'm like, he's setting him up to knock him out. I told her that early on. I'm like, he's setting him up. Like, you can see it plain as day. But the announcers kept saying, oh, Porter, this is fighting an excellent fight.
How much bias or how much influence do you think that commentators have on fans' perceptions of a fight?
A lot. Especially people like, I mean, I'd like to say I'm like okay educated. I'm not like educated, but I watch a lot of fights. And I think it sways a lot. Well, I can tell you right now, because Cherie and I were watching it, Cherie thought Porter was winning. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way he's winning. He may have stolen the round or two, but I did not have that anywhere being close.
Do you think some of the commentators are actually a hindrance on the sport because of, I mean, we had this conversation with Scott Bullock. How many actual fighters don't understand the scoring? And so then they get mad about a judge's decision. And then they go onto social media or whatever and voice their anger about a bad decision or whatever. But people that actually understand the criteria and how it's supposed to be scored, like, you know what I mean? I mean,
it's a fine line.
Over Giannis's ear.
It's a fine line because you have to give that entertainment value, right? So I feel like sometimes the UFC guys get caught up in that where there's like, oh, he got a takedown, he stole the round. And it's like, he didn't steal the round.
That's not the way scoring works.
That's not the way it works. Like, I don't like that, but maybe from somebody that doesn't watch as many fights and is not as educated on it, maybe that's that entertainment value side of things. There's a fine line. There's a fine line. You know what I hate about boxing though? I cannot stand about boxing. That Crawford was a pay-per-view. If you looked in the audience, there was nobody there until that Crawford fight. They didn't even have any announcers for the co-main event.
What?
They didn't even have anybody commentating for the co-main event.
You said to watch it in silence?
Well, they weren't even really pumping it. Let's just put it that way. It was like nothing. It was embarrassing. Like, at least with UFC, even when there's nobody in the crowd in those earlier fights, you're getting good fights. If you enjoy fights, you're going to get good fights.
Are those boxing matches good or are they garbage? 9
times out of 10, they're garbage because they're mismatches. They're just horrible. They're shit. They're shit matchmaking.
Tell us how you really feel. Man, because I'm like, I feel like boxing, and there's so much money in boxing too. How are they getting that much money? Is it pay-per-view or TV?
It's just a lot of money. I mean, boxing's been around for how long? 100 years? More than that? Hey, Kai Stewart's the number 4 ranked 145er in bare knuckle. Hey, when is him and Brandon going to fight?
Yeah, Kai, when are you and Brandon Lambert going to fight?
We want you guys to come on the podcast together.
And remember, we're going to sponsor you for that fight. Personally.
I think boxing's losing a lot of people because I think the entertainment value is there for MMA right now. Would you rather pay to go for a boxing match or pay to go see an MMA fight? I mean,
me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch
If
MMA.
if Crawford and Earl Spence were fighting at the Maverick Center, and I don't know, what if they did Rob Font and Jose Aldo are at?
Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me?
Where are you going?
Rob Font and Jose Aldo at the Union Event Center. Or wherever. I'd go watch them at, I don't know what, Wendover. Who cares?
For me, it would depend on who's on the undercard.
Really?
Yeah, I would want to see. I would want to see that Spence and Crawford almost. That's up there on my list of fights to see.
Yeah.
Over MMA fights. Now, if depending on how the card is, which the boxing card, they're crappy. MMA card, who do we got this week? 2 weeks. We're taking a week off.
Yeah, we're taking a week off for Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family and enjoy.
But this card's pretty good. You got Font and Aldo. You got Fazeev and Brad Riddell.
That
That's
fight's
a banger.
crazy.
Matt Brown and Brian Barberina.
That's a fun old school fight.
Brendan Allen against Roman Dolidze. Alonzo Menifield, William Knight. Chris Gutzemacher.
Someone's going to go sleep.
Jimmy Crute.
Jamal Hill. That's a really good fight, actually.
Zuma Gahulov and Manel Cape.
That's fun.
Vince Morales is back on this card against Smolka. That's a good fight.
Jake Matthews is back.
Yeah, but then you get the boxing.
Clay Guida is back.
Mickey
Alex
Gall,
Moreno.
Morono.
Dude, that's a really fun fight. Moreno runs him.
Cheyenne B. Spies. She changed her name. She got married.
Her husband was Bies. JP Bies. What do you mean she got married?
Oh, did she get divorced? Why did she change her name?
Is that her? Are you sure that's her?
Yeah, that's her. The Warrior Princess. That's her.
She used to be Cheyenne Bies?
Yeah.
They get divorced?
I don't know.
Bummer.
Anyways.
Bummer for JP. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this main event's on now. Where does Miesha Tate go from here?
You know what?
Was that just a pipe dream to get back to the top and fight Amanda again, and now that's over?
It's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
Well, we both said it. I thought maybe she could get there, but she was going to get destroyed again.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy that it happened this way, so she didn't. I don't want to see her get beat up by Amanda Nunes again. Did you?
No.
Caitlin Vera, how high can she go? She's good.
She's got some skills. She's big. Where's she at?
She's physical.
Bantamweight. What do you think they're going to do with PFL with Harrison?
I have no idea, dude.
You think she's going to go to Bellator or UFC?
They're saying UFC, but who's they going to have her fight? There's nobody.
She'd have to drop weight, right?
Yeah, but there's nobody for her.
Or does she go to Bellator and fight Cyborg?
That would entertain me more. There's more female 145ers at Bellator, so if Kayla Harrison would go to Bellator, that would interest me more because there's more bodies for her.
How do you see that fight playing out? Cyborg and
her. Her getting tossed on her head. Cyborg getting tossed on her head.
Can she get a hold of her?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She
gets a hold of everybody.
Yeah. That's true.
She gets a hold of everybody.
What else did we miss? What do we got?
So here, you're ready for the fight that I really want to see?
Yes. What do you got?
Sean Brady versus Chemive. Are we positive that Chemive ragdolls Sean Brady? Because I'm not positive. Is everybody positive? Is everybody positive that Chemive ragdolls Sean Brady? Because Sean Brady does nothing but ragdoll people.
Sean Brady's a problem. He's a problem.
For him to do what he did to Chiesa.
That's impressive. Where does he move up in the ranks?
He's got to take the number 6 spot. Chiesa's. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we just do Sean Brady and Chemive right now?
Why don't they? Who else you can give
instead of Burns? Because Burns wants to fight.
Maybe they'll do Burns and Edwards. Or Edwards wants to wait.
That probably should happen.
Or Edwards said he wants to wait, right?
Well, yeah, but guess what? He's not Uncle Dana. That's not his call to make, is it?
Who's going to be the coaches of the Ultimate Fighter?
It should be Colby and Jorge. That's what I said. That's what it should be.
I don't think they could do it because I don't think you could have those two guys in the same room.
Of course you can. They're professionals.
Jorge would to 3 pieces of soda in a heartbeat.
Time out. So who would be Jorge's? You could when you have Jorge, you have their their coaches with him. Does Jorge bring like Poirier?
He brings Usman in. Maybe he calls Usman in.
Usman and Poirier, just all the people that hate Colby.
Why doesn't Colby like Poirier? He's been dogging on him.
Well, because they trained together.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They were training partners together.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, what else we got? We got a couple more Fighter Spotlight. We got 2 more Fighter Spotlight podcasts coming up this afternoon. One of them in 20 minutes, and then another one at 3:30. Yeah, I think that's it for right now.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in. Glad to be back.
We're back, and then we're missing again because Homeboy has to go on vacation again. This guy.
Hey, it's my wife's. Birthday.
I want your work schedule.
It's her 25th birthday.
25th birthday.
You like that?
You started the show by dogging her, ended the show by sliding in her 25th birthday.
Sliding that in.
Good call. Good call.
See you guys later. We out.